So now I'm going to talk about deployment, additional features, and I'm going to demonstrate my app. So the deployment, I deployed my React.js front end and my Node.js backend in the same Heroku instance. So Heroku was great because it allowed me to deploy the Node.js backend and then include a script that allowed me to start my front end as well. So I didn't need separate servers for that. It's on the same server. Heroku is awesome for that. And then I deployed my Mongo database using a serverless instance on MongoDB Atlas. This worked out well for me because everything's already in one place, so I didn't have to go searching around for a different server. I didn't have to containerize anything because everything's already in Mongo. Everything works from Mongo. I did use a container when I was building the app originally, but I decided not to deploy it as a container. I just decided to use Mongo Atlas. So my biggest struggle for this, again, as I mentioned in video 2, was getting my Mongo database to talk to my back end. I had to do several things to figure out what the issues were, and that took a long time. But now that I understand it better, it will make it much easier in the future to fix these issues. So my additional features, I included a calculator card where the user can add, subtract, multiply, whatever they would like. I included a new search API, which has pagination. And then I also did current transaction history just so that the user can see what they do during the transaction. In the future, I'd want to save that to the database so the user can view his actions through in the past as well. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the app for you one more time. Again, if you're creating an account, you're going to use a name, email address, and password. I have validation. MongoDB assigns a unique ID and their balance gets established. They can log in with this email address and password, and that's how they are authenticated. And the balance is updated in the database when they make withdrawals and deposits. So let me go ahead and show you that one more time in my app. So we still are logged in as Clark Kent. Here was my calculator card, which is just extra. My new search API, which makes a search. And you can see the different articles it turns for us. We can log out and log back in using a different account. And again, my database keeps track of the information for all my users right here. So one of the biggest challenges that I faced with this was, of course, my Mongo database, but also with my calculator. I struggled with, not the calculator, I'm sorry, the new search API. I did struggle with pagination, but I used an old module that we did for a previous section of our bootcamp, and that applied what I learned in that module to make pagination for this, which I'm so glad I did because I really needed that practice. If I started this project myself again, there are several things I would do differently. One of those would be to make this more secure. So currently I'm using email and password authentication, but I really wish that this was way more secure, either with a token or a certificate. I did have a great time creating this. It took me a really long time to figure out how to work the back end, but I feel like I learned a lot from applying all those issues I had. And it forced me to learn a lot about what I didn't understand and how the back end works. Mongo database does what I want it to, but I think I would use a different database in the future. I just didn't like how open, I guess, it is. I would prefer it to be a relational database instead, but that's for the future. I'm going to make some changes to this. I will add a bank teller role, which will give me the ability to change or to remove some of these accounts or make changes to people's accounts as needed. Currently, we only have users. We don't have a bank teller. but I had a great time making this. This was by far my favorite project that we did, or any assignment for the whole course. So thank you for watching my videos.